Number 4, be willing to carry your cross and giving up things for God's sake. That's really what that means. Being willing to carry your cross, whatever that means. For me and my family, it was, not being able to stay connected to people who lived a certain lifestyle. Like I have family members that are, into certain lifestyles, and they're completely contrary to what God wants us around. Some people are into things that are against the law in my family, so there's some things I can't be around there. In the past, when I first got saved and I tried to not be so judgmental or whatever you want to call it. That's what I looked at it like in the beginning. So I would hang around and it was always trouble. Like we get pulled over by the cops, like people got drugs on them. So I decided, that's one of the things when I first got saved, a pastor I didn't know came up to me and told me, the first thing he told me, God wants you to change your friends. And so all my friends were drug dealers. I didn't sell. I was the only one that didn't sell drugs, but all my friends were drug dealers. Strange. That's strange, right? I still to this day, I'm like, make that make sense. But yeah, all my friends were drug dealers. A bunch of my cousins were drug dealers. So hanging around them was kind of dangerous. Hanging around them could get me in trouble. So that was one of the first things he told me to do, was to change my friends. That's an example of carrying your cross, because it made me isolated. I didn't have any friends after that. And then my family were, they were a lot of times my company as well. And I had to separate myself. So it could make you isolated. It could be a lonely thing. But that's a part of bearing and carrying your cross. So I encourage people, there's some decisions that have to be made that could be tough, like letting go of family, separating from family, especially if you're once again, I mentioned this earlier in another video, being the repair of the breach. That could come with loneliness. It can come with rejection. People can target you, just being someone who takes that stance to do what God wants you to do could really be a lonely thing. And in this time right now, we're headed into the holiday season. I know a lot of you brothers and sisters are going to be experiencing loneliness, because some of you, God has asked you to do that. He asked you to step away and separate yourself. And so our goal for me and Autumn is to create a community where people can come, where they don't feel like that. They don't feel alone. They don't feel like there's no support. Our true desire is to make sure there's a place you can always come to get exaltation, to come and get encouragement. We want you guys to know that we're praying for y'all. We are definitely praying for y'all. That's something that we just do. And so definitely, this is definitely a community where we want people to know that you can come and get support, get encouragement. And, we ask that if anyone's genuinely supporting this community, reach out to other people that comment. If people mention something that you can answer, definitely reach out to them and, share your insight with them. And that's what we want this to be, like a place where you can come and not feel isolated. It's tough already being a true believer and, not having your family and not being able to do some of the things that everyone else is able to do. That's tough. And so we're here for you guys. We want you to know this is a place you can come to get encouragement.